Gerrit, what did you think of the way the team really gutted this one out tonight as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, we just didn't give up, you know. We took what the game gave us, and luckily we were able to, execute, albeit with some second chances, to get the win.
It seemed like early on you were kind of trying to find it a little bit. Were you having trouble finding your breaking stuff in the beginning of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I was having trouble finding the strike zone. I mean, relatively defined and competitive pitches, but nevertheless outside the zone. And I thought the Pirates did a really good job of staying through the baseball when they were making good swings. It allowed them to get a lot of hits, and for the most part, really not expanding the strike zone at all.
They did, get a couple guys on. How were you able to bear down in those situations, really limit damage and keep you in it?
Yeah, I mean, limiting damage was the key. I mean, I think even though it was 6 hits, it was 6 singles. I feel like in those situations, we just, kept making good pitches with the fastball. Sometimes it got us into trouble, but it got us out of trouble too.
Did you feel locked in at the end of that game when you 4th and 5th inning?
Yeah, I definitely started to gain some momentum, and the command just got better. So probably had a little bit more in the tank, but Aaron wanted to play it that way, and it was good for the team anyway. So
Marakovits comes in that 6th inning as a fellow pitcher. Just how terrifying is a moment like that?
I mean, just sick to my stomach about it. I mean, I've been hit in the head on that mound, and not quite like that, but I've seen some other guys get smoked, and you just praying for him, really, hoping he comes through all right.
Were you in the dugout or
Yeah, I came back down just to see what was going on, but I mean, I was on the table with Mike, and we had to get going.
It seemed like he was kind of joking with some guys as he got carted off. Does that give you a little bit of peace of mind as he's leaving the field?
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that he's alert through pretty much the whole thing, which is probably not a whole lot of fun to be alert through, but I mean, it's better than the other way. So, yeah, I mean, we're just thinking about him. So.
Mooney was talking about the good week that Oswald has had. You saw him last year, what he can do. When he's playing like that, what does he bring the team?
He's just a complete player, defensively, offensively, base running. One of the things they talked about to me before he came up was how great of a leader he has been through the minor leagues and through the organization, really. And that's why when he comes up, he takes care of his stuff, whether he's struggling or he's playing well. And obviously when he's playing well, he can be a threat in so many different areas of the game. So it's fun to watch.
Gerrit, it all started here for you in Pittsburgh. Was it meaningful for you to step back on that mound tonight?
Yeah, it was a bit of an odd. It was a different experience. I mean, I saw several people before the game that I felt like deserved a hat tip, which I've never tipped my hat to anybody in the stands at any point, before a game. But there were just, some people that were around that were impactful in my life. And then, I can't help but, it's funny when I'm out there and I'm grinding, I'm just my recall of how to get through it. I'm thinking about myself in a different uniform on that mound. I don't know if I've ever, I struggled a lot in the first inning early in my career, and I struggled a lot on that mound in the first inning earlier in my career, and I made a point to try to get better at that at this place, and it was a humbling experience tonight. It was really a special evening. I'm glad that everybody's doing all right now, and I'm glad that we got the win. So.